guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm at the 2019 New York Auto Show, walking around to the different booths, and of course we're going to stop by Jeep because this one is really what everybody's talking about. This is the 2020 Jeep Gladiator. This is Jeep's foray into the mid-size truck segment. So this Gladiator is going to go up against the Ranger, the Tacoma, the Colorado, the Frontier, the Canyon. And what we're looking at is we're taking that wonderful Jeep name, that culture that is just so large when it comes to that segment of the car industry, and now we've added a bed and create a pickup truck out of it. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is the top dog trim level, the Rubicon edition of the Gladiator. Right off the bat, you know it's a Jeep when you see it. I really like what they did, especially when they redid the Wrangler, which we're going to be bringing that one to you as well. The round LED headlights there. Love the 7-point grille. I mean, that's really just so iconic for this particular brand. Now remember, there is that old wives' tale that the reason why there's 7 is because Jeep was the first to be on the 7 continents, but that's for you to truly believe or not. Maybe you also believe in the Tooth Fairy, but I don't know. Love the massive bumper, and that's the thing is that with this thing, it looks rugged. It looks like it does the business. 7,500 pound towing capability out of it. 2,000 pounds you could put in the bed of this truck, but just so massive and just so iconic. You do, on the Rubicon level, get a front-facing camera, which is going to be important as you're going down those trail roads and whatnot. But let's go ahead and check out the side of this thing. Now, looking at it, it almost looks like something from Hummer. Remember that brand that once existed? Just so rugged and just ready to do whatever you want. Love the wheels on it. So you have nice gunmetal gray wheel. And then another thing that I really like about the Jeep products is that if you look very closely, there's lots of little Easter eggs that they have all over the place. Here's one right there showing you the Jeep going all the way back to World War II days. Just, that's really what it was all about. You know, these GIs, they wanted to be off-road. They wanted that companion because that really was the military's best friend, was the Jeep. You can see that this one is sitting on the Fox 2.0 suspension there. I like the way right there, Fox, such a iconic brand when it comes to off-road suspension pieces and whatnot. And these wheels wrapped by those Falcon off-road tires. Just, that's what's going to make sure that you do the business. 17-inch wheel, perfect the amount of space that you have. You have that beautiful Rubicon logo on the side, Jeep Gladiator. Now, we are going to zonk it because guess what? These vents are fake. So I wish they would make these vents functional and purposeful. They look damn good, but they are fake. But as we go down the side, flat black on the mirrors, giving you that off-road feel. These doors coming right off. This cloth top coming right off. So you could take this, go off-roading with nothing there but you and your seatbelt as you're going down that dirt trail. As we continue down the side, I love what they're doing with the metal bracing here to protect the body as you're going down that rocky road, and then all the way to the back. Very nice with the fender flares, good size bed, and this is really what is giving it such a great look. What's interesting though is looking at this truck while I'm standing here, it's larger than some of the other mid-size competitors, but I think that's a good thing because it's going to help differentiate this truck, because the way that you see it at this trim level, you're looking at around $55,000 for this particular truck. But let's show probably the most important part of any pickup truck, the bed area. So coming around to the tailgate, I like what they did with the taillights. They kept that theme, like I said, that goes with the other Jeep products. You have those taillights that look like old World War II gas cans that were attached to the back. Really just very 21st century, but with that old flavor from the past. Iconic Jeep logo. I love the red tow hooks here, and just the bumper, the way everything just looks perfect the way they have it. And then, like I said, the most important part, we drop down that soft release. Pretty good size. If you notice, we got LED lighting, and we also do have power supply over on the right-hand side there. That's things that are becoming the norm, especially if you're looking at a truck that's $55,000. It better have those things. But let's go ahead and check out the interior of this Jeep Gladiator. All right, guys, inside the 2020 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon, it's got personality. There's no other vehicle that you could sit in at this whole auto show, truck-wise especially, that's going to be filled with so much personality. Let's go to those door panels. Now remember, door panels come completely off. You could see the leather on the armrest, the red contrast stitching, and the silver for the door handle there. Very simplistic. We don't need anything else. This is an off-road vehicle, and I bet you so many people on those perfect days are going to be driving without the doors on, so that's really wonderful. When you come in, I love the finishes. It's different. It's so different, and just lets you know that, hey, this is the new Jeep Gladiator. So I love the finish that they have on the dash. It's a little softer material, but not super soft. Harder right here, but not too bad, especially for a Jeep off-road vehicle like that. Check out the infotainment screen. Great size. So that's the camera that I was showing you out front. You're going down your trail road, you could see every little pebble, whether it's huge, big, and everything in between. So I think that's really smart to do. Or you could go out the back. Really nice touch screen there. Like the overall look. You could actually clean the camera. Because remember, this whole thing is not about going to a truck show to win some award with armor on your tires. It's about winning who's got the dirtiest truck, because the dirtiest truck means that you've gone the furthest with it. I like the center console here. Harder plastics, but you know what? I think that's to be expected with this type of vehicle. You got a nice array of all different sorts of USBs and everything else. 12 volt, very nicely done. It's just, like I said before, it looks complicated, but I think once you get into it, it's not gonna be that complicated at all. Especially nice controls on everything, rubber knobs. You got your AC, dual climate, which is really nice, and that's going to help just with the comfort. Now, here's something you don't see in a lot of other vehicles anymore. This is going to be the lever to get you in from your 2 high to your 4-wheel drive. You got 4 high, neutral, and then 4 low. So that is going to control your all-wheel drive. And then obviously this is going to control that 8-speed automatic transmission. Nice little Jeep logo there, just like on the wheels. Those are those little Easter eggs I told you about. We're going to be doing a full review of this at one of the local Dodge dealerships in my area. Black leather boot, red contrast stitching, 2 cup holders, good old-fashioned e-brake. And I like the way it's wrapped in the leather with the red contrast stitching. And then a nice, pretty good padded armrest, red contrast stitching. You open it up, you have a nice, almost like a little tray here for maybe some Jeep snacks. You're out in the woods, you get a little hungry, eat a Slim Jim or some cashews or something like that. Open it up, actually quite deep for this center console area. USB, so you could charge whatever you need to charge, and then you close it back up. And then the seats. These seats are very supportive. I'm 6 feet tall, they feel good. I like the leather, and I love the red contrast stitching, and of course that Rubicon logo. Now, as you can see, if you're wondering, well, is this how you're going to drive your Gladiator down the road? No, we just did this for filming purposes, but everything is a manual top. So you just unclick it, and then you're just going to bring it back and just keep folding it back until you have no roof. And that's the wonderful thing about this vehicle, is that you can take it and just do whatever you want with it and not have to worry about anything. But why don't you come on over to the business end, and I'll show you behind the wheel. All right, guys, business end of the Jeep Gladiator. Overall, I like the seating position. Now, I would like to see maybe power for at least the driver's side of the business here, but you do have that rotary dial, sort of like turning back the hands of time here to get a little lumbar support, so that kind of is a little annoying. But once you get it situated, not too bad. Love the size of the steering wheel, the shape, the design. You have all the buttons kind of inward a little, and then just the dash itself. That is classic Jeep, and that's why, like I said, when the designers were working on this vehicle, they had to make sure that from the appearance, whether it's outside or inside or anything in between, it needs to be all Jeep. But with the top back, you got plenty of room. Let's go ahead and check out the back seat of the Jeep Gladiator. All right, guys, back seat time of the Jeep Gladiator. It's really that mid-size truck segment, so I'm gonna put this in alignment with any of the other mid-size trucks. The seat back is a little bit angled, so it's a little bit more comfortable. You don't have the craziest armrest, but it's at a nice height, which is nice, and 2 cup holders here. If you notice, they have the speakers on up top here, because remember, rear doors come off as well. It is wonderful leather and very, very rugged back here, I could tell you that. And they even thought it through that they gave you rear AC vents, and if you notice, here are your window controls for the rear doors, because remember, the doors can come off. So rear window controls, and then you do have a nice power source down here, actually a few, which is very smart as well. And then check out these cup holders. You can actually go off-road and have your Super Slurpee in there while you're just chilling and somebody's driving you around your favorite dirt mud area. But that's what this Rubicon is all about, is having fun, also having usable space in the trunk. If you're ready, I'm ready to wrap this one up. All right, guys, it's been a wonderful day here at the 2019 New York Auto Show. As you can see, this Jeep Gladiator Rubicon is a nice addition to the Jeep lineup and really to the midsize truck segment. It will be interesting to see how it turns out. But if these are the types of vehicles you'd like to see on Rady's Rides, leave a comment in that comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you. Thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you haven't checked out my different forms of social media, you know what they're called. It's all Rady's Rides original content all the time. Definitely, if you want some merch, click the link in the description, takes you right to Spreadshirt. And then, of course, my wonderful wife, Lori, show her some love. She's here spreading just some peaceful mindfulness to everybody. She even put on a nice yoga display up front, which is actually being featured in Times Square. So make sure you look for that. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.